hope you're okay. Okay, I have got today, you're connected into an ex who basically left, or you separated, and they gave an image of just not caring. Okay, it was almost like, oh well, next. Okay, well, whatever situation they went into. Now, their energy at the moment, when you see this video, they're very confused. But I think they're going a bit crazy because they're not dealing with this confusion, okay? They're presenting this sort of high-vibing, I'm okay, you know, happy-go-lucky, look at me, look at my life, everything's going so wonderfully for me. But this card's here, puzzled. They're very conflicted about the decision they've made. But more than that, I just feel they're going crazy. I just do. I just feel they're going slightly nuts, okay? Because they're trying to pretend there's something they're not. They're very internally conflicted. They feel they're very challenged. They're coming across like they've got their life sorted, and that they know where they're going, they know what they're doing, but they don't. They're like this way, that way, you know. They're just very, I just think they're going crazy. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see what's going on with this person today, and give you what the challenges are. I think for them, really. I think I'm really interested in why they are pretending so much. Maybe they're just egotistical. Maybe they're just narcissistic. But let's have a look. Just while I'm shuffling though, main thing is you're okay. As I always say, put yourself first, love yourself, take care of yourself, you know, do what you want to do with your life. If you'd like a reading, click on the title of the video. Links are below in the description box, if I can say that. Everything's on the website, and check out the free relationship report as well. Okay, let's have a little look. It's just cards, 3 cards, turn them over. Let's see. Oh, Justice in the reverse. Karma is a biatch, isn't it? They're getting their karma. Okay, they're very stuck. They're in victim mode. They don't think they've done anything wrong. I have to say that. I really don't think they've done anything wrong. But it's all a pack of lies, you know. But it's more than that. I think it's driving them a little bit mad. It's just a pack of lies. You know, it's not working, it's not solid, it's not stable, it's just fantasy land. Yeah, King of Swords, that's them. Okay, selfish, ruthless. They were selfish and they were ruthless with you, all right. This is an energy of someone who can just walk off and pretend you don't exist. I mean, the King of Swords in a negative energy is really the ultimate in ghosting. It's like you were never there. And they can also disappear for absolutely ages, and I feel this is the message you need to know today. It doesn't matter how long this person's been gone. They could have been gone years, okay? And I've seen it happen, that they suddenly pop back into your life like nothing's happened, okay? They can go away, you know, as an example, leave you with all the bills, all the responsibilities of life, children, and you don't hear a squeak out of them. It is literally, they are ruthless, absolutely ruthless. And I have to say, they premeditate their ruthlessness, okay? In the energy of the King of Swords in the negative, whereas the Knight can just be the Knight can be very judgmental and rude, but they're more just like no plan. But the King is premeditate. They know what they're doing. They know their words are cutting. They know by not talking to you, by the way that they just left and didn't care, you see. This is that card and this is them here. So yeah, but are they happy? No, not at all. And they don't have a plan. And, you know, I feel they're more actually in the Knight of Swords energy than the King at the moment, in the fact that they've got no plan. And I feel they're going to implode. Because this is someone who's really quite callous, okay? I can't sugarcoat this today. It's just somebody who's callous. They almost laugh in your face. You know, It's someone who can kick you when you're down, but more than that, they've actually, oh, excuse me, itchy ears. They actually are the ones that make you down. They're the ones that bring you down, but then they laugh in your face when you're down, okay? But don't worry, justice is in the reverse. This is karmic retribution, all right? They're going to be held accountable in some shape or form. It's not for you to think how or worry how. I'll have a look at that in a minute, and I feel what's going to happen here is that they've been living their life to the fullest, and they've got away with stuff. They could have told lies in the legal system as well, and they've got away with this, but it's going to bite them. Okay, what's their karma? Let's have a look. Let's get down and dirty. We know they're going crazy. What's their karma? They're stuck. They're going to have to come grovelling back. Okay, I feel they're going to need you before you need them in this energy today. They're running out of energy. They're running out of options. Okay, they're very restricted. Their movement is restricted. Now, this is key here. This is key in this reading. This is a person who does not like being tied down. Okay. I don't feel it's particularly good energy today that's emanating from this person. They don't like to be tied down at all. Their sort of worst nightmare is being restricted in some shape or form, okay, and being bored. So basically they are in the Eight of Wands in the reverse, which is their karma. So nothing's moving, nothing's going forward. They're on the defensive, they're backed into a corner, but also they're in the Four of Cups as well. That's here, I can see that here as well. They are in a lot of regret. They're bored out of their tree, their back's up against the wall. Nothing's making them happy, but I don't think anything ever does. But underneath that is your energy, Queen of Swords. You've come out as the Queen, okay? Your thoughts are now dominating your feelings. You're like, come and get me then. It's like you've detached from this person. You're standing up for yourself. You're very clear about what you want. You're not taking any prisoners. They've met their match, okay? Now, I talk a lot about energy because that's all we are. If you trust me, when you start to pull back from someone, even if you haven't spoken to them or seen them, they will feel it, okay? They do feel that. Your ex can feel this, and I think that is what's driving them crazy. I think they're hoping they can come back for something, maybe just for you to massage their ego. But you've suffered a lot of loss and hardship from this person. You've hardened your heart, but not to life, just to this person, I feel. Whatever you're doing now in regards to your life, you are making the right decisions. Stay proud, stay focused, take no prisoners, okay? You don't have to do anything that anybody wants you to do. Just do exactly what you want to do. Be that Queen of Swords, okay? Because the Queen of Swords sits with a sword up like that. Yeah, the Queen of Swords energy is not about feelings. It's about rational, and it's also, the Queen of Swords is highly intuitive in respect to pattern recognition. You've worked out what happened here, okay? They can feel it. Their whole life is fake, all right? And their karma is they are stuck and they are bored and they are disillusioned with life and they are stagnant and they're frustrated. That is their karma, because that is the one thing they'd hate. And that's what's driving them crazy, okay? Because they're stuck. Stuck, okay? Absolutely stuck. What's under the Queen of Swords? The world, yeah. You've closed this cycle out, okay? And I feel for whoever this is really for today that you don't really care, that you've just taken what happened, you've built upon it, you've thought, you know, what can I take from all of this horribleness? And you're just getting on with your life now. And the World card is success. It is success, it's achievement, it's reaching your goals. You could be travelling, you could be moving, you know, fulfillment, but also a sense of belonging, but belonging to yourself. You've realised who the hell you are. Nobody gets to put you in a corner. Nobody gets to tell you how you should feel, what you should wear, how you should speak. You're just actually like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with all these people thinking that I'm just here for their benefit, okay? And I feel this is going to be your year, all right? It is the year of the fire horse, and it's a 1 year. Yeah, it's a 1 year. It's going to be your year. Let's see what else is going on in your ex's environment, because you're closing this out anyway. You're closing this out, but let's have a look. Toxic but familiar. Well, there we go. So yeah, they're just stuck in a pattern. They don't change. They just don't change. They haven't changed, okay? They're trying not to lose it. They're going mad. They're actually going to go mad because they've got a lot of suppressed rage. Okay. Was this person bad-tempered at times? Did you get the silent treatment? Then just... I just feel they were cruel. I feel somebody laughed in your face here. They thought it was a vibe where they are. Okay, but it's fantasy. It's fantasy. It's absolute fantasy. What are they going to do? Let me just get my Rider-Waite tarot deck out for the outcome. Okay, what are they going to do? Are they coming back in? Or let's just have a PK. And then I just want to get a couple of cards for you. Right, yeah, they are going to come back in. Okay. Tower, bottom of the deck. The situation's going to collapse. It was never built on anything real anyway. Yeah, after a period of no communication, they're going to come back in and they're going to tell you that you are their soulmate. However, I feel that you're not going to be interested. That as long as they leave you alone, you'll leave them alone. But I do really feel strongly today that they need to be a little bit careful of your energy, because it's don't poke a sleeping tiger kind of energy. You've got your own life now, you're doing your own thing. What you don't know about their energy with that soulmate confession is the Hangman. And I feel they're still in victim mode, okay? And I feel that they will still be playing the victim like they've done nothing wrong, okay? And, you know, people do that. They'll come back and they'll say, oh, well, you know, I've missed you and I love you and all of this. But that to me is someone who eventually you'll end up making sacrifices. You're swinging back and forth like a pendulum. You end up losing bits of yourself to that person because they're sucking your energy dry and they just want the good bits of you. But the core for me is you never know where you are. You don't know where you stand. You're just left hanging again, okay? And then we get back into a cycle of no communication. It's almost like that's a weapon of choice. Well, it will be King of Swords in reverse. Swords are all about the mental, the words, the spoken word, you know, the mental drama, just absolute drama. I think they get a kick out of it. Something's obviously happened to them in their life that makes them this way. Yeah, and you know, you just end up feeling trapped in this, you know, like controlled. You know, that they might do it covertly or they might not, but they're quite controlling and they like to play mind games, and they play the mind games by the on-off conversations. All right, let's get something for you. Let's get some messages for you. So yes, there's a strong possibility they're going to come back in. They're going to try and make some form of contact because they're going slightly mad. And they're hoping that you'll pick the pieces up. But guess what? You have got, my lovely, you have a new life. Go for it, okay? Absolutely go for it. You've also got the community card. So you're either making new friends, or that's coming into your energy, or you're going to find support with a community, join a community, or it could be a hobby, but you have a new life. Yeah, you're co-creating this with your thoughts. So your thoughts do create your reality. The brain doesn't know what's real or imagined. That's science. So imagine well. You know, you just ignore what's going on out here. You will create what you want. This card is telling you, follow those dreams. You don't need to know how you're going to get there. You don't need all, trust me, you don't need all the steps laid out. They will just appear. If you are passionate about it and you want it, just go for it. And yeah, this ex will pop back in, okay? But they're just drama. They are just drama. Yeah. I've got a 5 years ago card here. I don't know if that's relevant to anyone. It's almost like they call it a phase when they come back in. They minimise, and this is what that hangman's about. They minimise what they're doing or what they've done, okay? And with these other cards, I don't feel they're not looking at themselves. They've got no self-awareness, which the hangman can mean in a different energy, that you're going within, you're waiting, you're looking. But no, your ex, it's just mind games, all right? It's just mind games. So leave it with you. Love you all. Remember who you are. You're on the pedestal. You're amazing. You're the best. There's no one like you. You're adored. You know, just keep repeating that to yourself. Do it for 30 days. You don't have to believe it, okay? I love you, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.